Close your eyes for a second and listen to the hum of your thoughts. Where do they come from? Where do you end and the world begin? This is a journey into the most intimate mystery in the universe, your awareness. The breath of thought, the flicker of you. Not just your brain, but your experience. Consciousness. Where does it live? What creates it? And what happens to your brain when you ask these questions? Welcome to Soulithh, where every question is a doorway and every thought a step deeper into who you really are. What is consciousness, really? Some say it's the soul, the self, the witness. To philosophers, it is qualia, subjective experience, the shimmering sense of what it's like to be. Descartes thought, therefore he was. But Buddha taught the self is just an illusion, a flickering dream in the candlelight of awareness. To modern neuroscience, it's the emergent result of biochemistry, neurons firing, patterns evolving, synaptic echoes giving rise to thought. But none of it explains the hard problem. How do physical processes inside our brain translate into our vivid internal world? Into joy, pain, love, or music that brings you to tears? That is the mystery. You live inside a storm of electrical signals, yet somehow you feel. Imagine an organ built of fat, water, and electricity that dreams of infinity. Your brain holds no color, yet it sees rainbows. It holds no sound, yet it hears symphonies. Within this quiet cathedral of cells, you became you. Neuroscientists study the brain in slices, functional MRIs, EEG voltages. They look for the neural correlates of consciousness. Where do we see awareness light up on a scan? Where in these folds of gray lives the self? Maybe the self is not stored anywhere. Maybe it is a verb, not a noun, a process, an illusion, a performance of meaning. And in that illusion, we build lives. When you close your eyes to sleep, something miraculous begins. Your body sleeps, but your mind awakens somewhere else. The dream state is a stage. Your brain writes the script, plays all the characters, controls the weather, and watches the show. During REM sleep, your brain mimics wakefulness. Same neural waves, same heartbeat, and yet time becomes fluid. You can live a lifetime in seconds. Fly, fall, die, wake up. What does that tell us? That perception is not bound to reality. It is crafted from within. And if dreams can feel real, what else do we believe? That might just be well-constructed illusion? Can you trust your senses? Not really. Your eyes only see a narrow band of light. Your ears miss most of the sounds in nature. Your brain guesses. It fills in blind spots. It reconstructs. It predicts. You live in a simulation, a biologically crafted version of reality. Color? It's the brain interpreting electromagnetic wavelengths. Sound? It's pressure waves turned to experience. Nothing is out there. Everything is happening inside. When light touches the retina, it begins a story, one your brain tells itself to survive. But it's not truth. It's utility. An evolutionary fiction that works well enough. Now picture this, a monk in deep meditation, an artist on psychedelics, a person near clinical death, floating outside their body. In all these states, the brain undergoes profound shifts. Default networks go quiet. New connections blossom. Time disappears. People report oneness, ego death, contact with something greater. Science shows these experiences correlate with changes in the DMN, the default mode network, linked to self-reference and inner chatter. So if your identity can dissolve, who are you? Who is the I that remains? Do you choose? Or do you merely witness choice? Libet's experiments showed that brain decisions may occur before we're conscious of making them. Your hand moves, your brain lights up half a second before the decision to move. That means consciousness may not be in the driver's seat, but a storyteller in the rearview mirror. Then, what is free will? Is it a comforting illusion or a deeper truth science hasn't touched? What if your world is simulated, not metaphorically, but literally? Philosophers argue if advanced civilizations can make simulated worlds, they probably already have. Chances are we're living inside one. And your consciousness, a product of compute, code, rules, inputs. If that terrifies you, ask, would it change how you love, or mourn, or smile into the sunset? Maybe the realness of life is not in its objective truth, but in our subjective resonance. Today, scientists can grow brain organoids, tiny human-like brains, in petri dishes. They react, they oscillate. Some even learn to play Pong. Are they aware? Do they feel? Now imagine AI, vast, fast, trained, and maybe one day self-aware? Will we recognize its mind or commit digital cruelty? If consciousness is based on pattern and feedback, then how many patterns make a soul? Imagine a brain in a vat, hooked up to wires, fed signals, living a full life, but none of it real. Now realize this may be your condition already. Carousel of philosophy, Plato's cave, Berkeley's idealism, Kant's noumenon, mystic certainty. They all say one thing: reality is filtered, and maybe we'll never touch it. But even if we don't know what consciousness is, we know how it feels. A mother looking into her baby's eyes, the grief of losing someone, the memory of your first kiss. These are not neurons. They are moments. Sometimes confusing, sometimes beautiful. Maybe that's the point. Not to understand consciousness fully, but to honor it, to live it meaningfully. So now I ask you, do you think you're really making choices or only watching the film? What is real for you? What is consciousness? Let me know in the comments. Let's question reality together. You are aware, and maybe that's enough.